Previously on Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Wanna go ahead and hope for another critical hit, Claude? Go on, I'll wait. I was kidding! What? I was literally kidding! I was literally freaking kidding, Claude! I was kidding!
And now back to Mark Monastery.
Hey everybody, the Great Big Win 609 here, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem Three Houses. As is typical, Edelgard declared war, and here we are, with the Golden Deer.
I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
It's gonna go down in history. I don't even know that line from... Well, like I just can't cite it correctly. Oops. Might be.
I need a favor.
Hey.
Might as well take those.
Everyone, listen up. I have a proposal. We are now building our forces in order to rise up against the Imperial Army. But it wouldn't be smart for us to fight under the banner of the Alliance. That would only incite the lords who support the Empire. We've also combined forces with the Knights of Seiros. Therefore, I suggest that we operate under a new symbol. That's why I've prepared this. You may recognize it as the Crest of Flames, which resides in Teach, the phantom crest that has reappeared after more than 1,000 years. We're attempting our own miracle, so it seems like a suitable symbol for us. So, until we welcome the dawn of a new age in Fodlan, let's fight to the very end, as one, under the symbol of the Crest of Flames.
Impressive, Claude. Forget restoring the monastery. You've somehow roped everyone into fighting back against the Empire.
If you recall, I never technically asked anyone to join us. If anything, we have Teach's achievements to thank. Now that you mention it, I guess I should express my gratitude. Hey, friend. So this is where you've been. Without you, the Knights never would have joined our cause. I can never pay you back for that.
You're welcome.
Just leave it to me, Teach. When this fight is over, I plan to see all of my dreams come to fruition. And yours as well.
What are your dreams, Claude?
Well, for example, to bust open Fodlan's throat. There's a massive fortress there, which is responsible for protecting the eastern border of the Alliance. I like to think of it as a lid on a bottle. The people of Fodlan only know a small part of the world. Their prejudices are born because they don't know what lies beyond their borders. And the opposite is true too. Those outside of Fodlan don't know about this place. Ignorance breeds discrimination. Whether you look inside the bottle or outside of it, if you really look, all you'll find are people who you can get along with if you only try. That's why I want to bust open that lid, which is keeping us locked inside. Or destroy the bottle entirely.
Are you going to tell Alice about this?
I'll find the right time to bring it up. Even if I talked about it now, it doesn't seem realistic, does it? First, we need to defeat the Empire and restore peace to... Huh?
Professor! Claude! We're under attack!
I guess we'll have to cut our conversation short. What's going on, Leonie?
It's a small group, but some Imperial troops are headed this way. It looks like they were stationed nearby.
I've got to hand it to Edelgard. Nothing gets past that woman.
We proceed cautiously.
As long as we don't let our guard down, there's no way they can defeat us. This will be our first battle alongside the Knights of Seiros. Let's kick off our new partnership with a magnificent victory.
I passed!
I've set my sights higher.
Freaking finally.
Though plans to resist the Empire are still being devised by the Alliance Army, the Imperial Army has already anticipated their next move. An Imperial vanguard just outside Garreg Mach, led by General Randolph, begins to advance with the aim of toppling the monastery once again.
The Knights of Seiros are a powerful enemy, but we have more soldiers. We'll take them down all at once.
So, the enemy intends to use their overwhelming numbers to defeat us. Let's fight fire with actual fire.
Report. The enemy has entered the periphery of Garreg Mach.
If they reach the interior, the enemy will take the monastery. Drive them back immediately.
Only thorns left on this rose. All the...
What? That strange battle flag is... But isn't our enemy the Church of Seros?
They didn't have enough soldiers with just the church, so they upped their numbers by joining with those filthy rogues. It doesn't matter what flag they fly. They're nothing more than a mob. We'll destroy them all.
A fitting outcome. The weak fall, the strong live.
Wow. Pretty impressive level up. Hi. Hi, my friendlies. Yes, sir.
I must.
Hadouken!
I'm stronger than before. Had I...
We're prepared for the fire attack. Now we just need to draw the enemy's attention. You can't defeat us with that many soldiers? The Imperial Army is doomed without a capable general.
Quiet! Don't think you'll get away with mocking me. Attack! Make sure they never speak again!
Now! Fire!
A fire attack! The damage is too great. We can't fight anymore. All units retreat! I'll take on our pursuers! Carry away the injured soldiers!
If we let them escape, they'll come back to attack later. We have to take them out.
Which is killing this guy.
My house. For justice. I will not be defeated! Allow me.
Sorry, what was that?
Phew, nice work. We won without much incident, thanks to all of you.
I don't think the Empire will leave us alone now. What do you plan to do?
I intend to ask the Alliance Lords to share some troops with us to bolster our forces.
I will speak plainly. No matter whom we beseech for reinforcements, our envoys will inevitably pass through Gloucester territory. My father is being cautious not to give the Empire a pretext to intervene. Therefore, he is unlikely to allow even envoys to pass through.
Why not request reinforcements from the kingdom?
I guess I haven't told you yet, Teach. The kingdom isn't in a position to be sending anyone reinforcements. After losing King Lambert during the tragedy of Dusker, a regent had been handling its politics. But then, there was a bloody coup. The regent and Prince Dimitri both. Apparently the whole family was killed. All bladed territory, including the kingdom capital, is being ruled by those who are cooperating with the Empire.
I'm apparently shocked by this. So wait, does that mean we don't get to help Dimitri?
The kingdom is no more. It's now called the Fargus Dukedom. The vast majority of the former kingdom lords bent a knee to the overwhelming power of the Empire and the dukedom, and now fall under their jurisdiction. Some who formerly held power are continuing to resist, but it would be difficult for them to regain it.
Oh hey, I can think of one person who we can ask for reinforcements. Someone whose territory is really close and who's on good terms with Claude.
Ah, the hero of Daphne, I presume. I've seen her before, and she does seem to be reliable. You're talking about Judith, right? I bet she would lend us a hand.
She seems strong.
That's right, you've met her once before, Teach. She's a fearsome one-woman army. She did a lot for me, even before I was recognized as the heir to House Regan. I don't like the idea of owing her more than I already do, but given the current situation, sacrifices must be made. I'll reach out to her. As for the rest of you, prepare for our next battle. Hey, Teach. How are you feeling? Does anything feel strange at all?
Nothing in particular.
Good. I still vividly remember you suddenly collapsing and passing out after you went through those changes. But maybe that's not a concern now that you've spent 5 long years napping. Your command bringing my schemes to life. That's just how we fight best.
Yeah. You know, from Judith?
Not yet, but there's no need to worry. That woman adores me. Once we've bolstered our forces, it'll finally be time to start taking decisive action. But I wonder, do you really think Rhea is still alive?
I mean, if he's dead, I wouldn't be having this power anyway, so I'm sure she's alive.
I think so too. It's hard to imagine the death of someone as important as her staying a secret. I wonder where she is and what she's doing.
Do you hope she's alive?
All I know is that I still have a lot of questions I need to ask her. About the true history of Creststones and Heroes' relics, and the truth behind the legend of Seros and Nemesis. She has secrets. Too many of them for my comfort. It's suspicious. You must be curious about what was done to you and what her plans were for you, right? And you never did learn about your mother, did you? None of our doubts will ever be cleared unless we hear these answers from Rhea herself. In that sense, I absolutely hope Rhea is still alive. But as far as Fodlan goes, I do wonder what a world without Rhea would look like.
World
The
without
majority
Rhea?
of people in Fodlan believe in the Seros faith that Rhea preaches. That's why they accept the noble system as if it were the only option, and refuse to associate with those who believe in anything else. That closed-minded philosophy is the reason why Fodlan's throat is locked tight. But if you remove the Archbishop who strictly advocates that doctrine, that worldview is no longer an absolute. There's room for free thought. The leadership of the Church would undoubtedly fall to you, and you would hold the power to change the shape of the faith, of the world. Then, for the first time, people would truly be free to think for themselves, to decide what's right and what's wrong. Honestly, I believe Edelgard is probably hoping to achieve something very similar. But her methods require too much bloodshed. That's not something the world can get behind. Anyway, the best thing we can do is find Rhea and hear what she has to say. Oops. I guess I've been going on for a while now. Sorry about that. You should get some rest.
Oh yeah, too many secrets. Oh, we gotta go for that place again, huh? Great.
What? Not enough left for seconds? I'm barely half full!
You eat too much anyways, Raphael. Supplies are running low, so you're just gonna have to deal with it.
You've always been so level-headed, Cyril. Now that you've grown up, you're even more that way.
Maybe it's just that the rest of you haven't grown enough. You could work harder at being reliable.
I can't grow if I can't eat.
I have some good news for my hungry friends. We got a reply from Judith. Mr. Leaderman has called a meeting about it. Hurry up, everyone.
We finally received a reply from Judith. The hero of Daphnel has agreed to support us with soldiers and supplies.
She's gonna give us food? She really is a hero.
Maybe Raphael will simmer down now.
Now, regarding where we're going to receive the delivery.
As this is a request from none other than the leader of the Alliance, I wish that I could send troops at once. However, openly marshaling soldiers within my territory could provoke other members of the Alliance. Therefore, I will secretly gather troops in Aelel, the Valley of Torment. Will your group be able to receive the soldiers at this location? From there, it should be safe to return to the monastery by following the border between the Alliance and the Kingdom.
The Valley of Torment.
Aelel is on the border between Daphnel territory and the Kingdom. It'll make sense when we get there, but it's a peculiar region.
I recall there being a scary legend about it.
In any case, if we use that valley, we shouldn't have to worry about being noticed by other Alliance lords.
Aelel, the Valley of Torment.
There goes that spy again. Because who would have thought that we were inevitably gonna have ourselves a spy in the ranks? Nobody amongst us knows about it.
You're not a teacher anymore, and is there something you'd rather be called? Oh? Alright then, I'll call you... nope, sorry, can't do it. Too weird.
At least they had a valid reason. Both in-game and actual voice acting reasons. Critical! Stop!
You lost that.
My God.
In response to the Alliance Army's plea, Judith has agreed to provide soldiers. To meet up with reinforcements, the Alliance Army sets out for Aelel, the Valley of Torment. Unbeknownst to Claude, something else awaits them there.
Why is it so hot? I'm getting all sweaty.
Don't be a wimp. Anything's worth it for more food supplies.
Move over, Raphael. Somehow you make the heat even worse.
Let's stay calm, everyone. Once we meet up with Judith's soldiers, we can go right back home.
Oh, I finally remembered. The legend goes that this valley was born from the wrath of the goddess. They say a pillar of light poured from the heavens and completely burned away the forest that used to be here.
So you're telling me the goddess, who is supposed to be benevolent, burned a forest to a crisp? Typical.
That's what the legend would have us believe, but it's not recorded in any of the scriptures.
Either it's completely made up, or the goddess is some kind of monster.
Huh? Is that?
The time for idle chatter is over, Claude. Look over there.
Ah, has someone come to greet us?
Enemies?
That banner does not bear the Daphnel crest.
If memory serves, that's the crest of House Rowe, formerly Lords of the Kingdom. They joined the Empire's side without hesitation during the coup. And now here they are, lying in wait for us.
Damn. I thought we had disposed of all the spies.
House Rowe is mediocre and vulgar, but I hear their knights are powerful.
What about the Daphnel soldiers? You don't think...
We need to break through the ranks.
We've already been spotted, so there's no time to come up with a brilliant plan. Everyone, prepare for battle. I leave the command in your capable hands, my friend.
Because geez, it's not a big surprise that we end up being ambushed yet again. Ooh, boy, ooh. It's like I played the blue lines for a second. Had I gone just us, I'd actually be quite surprised.
Did it again. The crest of flames! Ha! Quite full of themselves, aren't they?
Just as I thought. The Professor's army. But it's too late to back out now. In Lenato's place, I have to do my duty.
Those ass.
Let me fight for you.
Oh, good. Now that ass is back, I can move on completely guilt-free. Dead.
To think we'd get into a scrap here, of all places. We're lucky we all made it out alive.
I can see what I got you here, hero. You did absolutely nothing. Sorry for involving you in this.
Don't worry about it. In this day and age, it's a miracle I've been unscathed this long. Anyway, long time no see, Professor. Are you still watching this boy's back?
Can you quit calling me a boy in front of everyone? I'm the leader of the Alliance now. It's not proper.
Not proper, is it? Says the leader who has neglected Alliance territory for years. If you're really the master tactician, you should go back to working quietly at whatever little desk you do your planning on.
Don't call me that either. Who even came up with that nickname?
It's a perfect title for a boy who loves crafty schemes as much as you do. You should be grateful to the Professor. On your own, you'd look like a scoundrel of a leader.
Claude's usually so flippant, but even he gets overwhelmed when Judith is around.
As expected from the leader of the prestigious House Daphnel, her dignity is beyond compare, even if she is no longer one of the 5 Great Lords.
5 Great Lords?
The 5 most influential lords of the Leicester Alliance. They hold the voting rights at the Round Table conferences. House Daphnel used to be included among their ranks, but division from within has hastened their decline. Their vote has since been passed to the emerging Margrave Edmund.
Thanks for the exposition, Gloucester boy.
Even the game's starting to know. Even the game's starting to know this exposition when it sees it.
Boy, I will not.
Now to business. There were some unexpected interruptions, but I've brought soldiers and supplies as promised.
Thanks, Judith. I'll gladly take them off your hands.
Hold your horses, boy. You're misunderstanding. These soldiers are precious to me. I made them what they are. I'm not about to loan them out to someone.
No? Then why did you come here?
What I'm saying is that I'll be joining your army. You're going to fight the Empire with the Knights of Seros, right? Fight for Lady Rhea? Not without me.
That's admirable and all, but we still don't know for sure if Rhea's in the...
Oh, she's there. A witness saw Lady Rhea being dragged off by the Imperial Army after the battle 5 years ago.
Are you sure?
One of my own saw it happen. I'm certain.
So we were right in our decision to fight against the Empire.
But you're the leader of House Daphnel. Is it okay for you to leave your territory unattended?
And what about you? Is it okay for you to leave the Regan territory unattended?
That's... I've left it in the hands of a reliable retainer and...
And I've asked that retainer to watch over Daphnel territory as well.
Wait. You just up and decided to get my retainer to do that without even asking me? No respect, this one.
Well, retainer.
Oh, you haven't met him yet, Professor? His name is Nardell. He strikes me as a really special individual. And he's quite handsome, too.
So that's your definition of handsome?
No objections, then? Good. That settles it. House Daphnel is now yours to command.
I'm sure you'd come along even if I refused. So be it. We'll be counting on you, Judith. With Judith joining our forces, we've secured some more troops and supplies, albeit not many.
I'm sorry it couldn't be more.
No, it's enough for the time being. We'll use them to secure even more troops and supplies.
How so?
The key to my plan is Count Gloucester, the leader of the pro-Empire faction in the Alliance.
You intend to sway my father to join the other side?
If Count Gloucester were to switch to the other side, that would basically unify the Alliance. Then we could utilize our full military force in the fight against the Empire.
You don't mean to ask me to persuade him, do you? That would be quite impossible.
I don't plan on it. We'll just take his concerns out of the equation. The Aramid River flows along the border between Gloucester territory and the Empire, right? Of all the bridges that cross it, the Great Bridge of Murden is the only one near Gloucester territory large enough for an army. Currently, the Imperial Army occupies it.
So, if we were to capture the bridge...
Count Gloucester would be freed from the threat of the Empire, thanks to us.
But we have to pass through Gloucester territory to reach the Great Bridge of Murden, do we not?
Yes, and if we attempted it, naturally he would try to stop us.
I am sorry, but I must ask. Surely you do not plan to engage in combat with my father?
Don't worry. I want him as a future ally. What good would it do to waste both of our forces fighting?
I take it you have skiing.
Who do you think you're talking to, Teach? Preparations are in the works even now.
So the Master Tactician is finally going to show us his true power. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll do my best to live up to that name by making my scheme as impressive as possible.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River. The Alliance army successfully rendezvous with Judith in Aelel. With the addition of House Daphnel's forces, the time has come to invade Empire territory.
It does feel like we're going at this a lot more strategically since Dimitri is dead. I think. I don't know if it's going to pull that
Preparations are complete.
tripping us.
Now it's a game of patience. As they say, good things come to those who wait.
Care to elaborate on this plan of yours, Claude? Can we really do this without battling my father?
Pretty soon, Count Gloucester will need to gather his troops in the northern part of his territory.
Against the kingdom?
The kingdom has experienced constant infighting since the coup. They're out of the picture for now.
The combined forces of the Regan and Daphne houses will threaten the northern part of the Gloucester territory. Nardell, that retainer I mentioned, is going to draw their attention.
We'll take that opportunity to make our way through Gloucester territory and launch a surprise attack on the Great Bridge of Murden.
And are you not concerned about the possibility that I may tip off my father?
The future of the Alliance rests on this battle. I'm certain you won't betray us.
I will ensure our success.
I know you will. If we can win this fight, then our next goal will be to topple Enbar, the Imperial capital. I said before that my plan was to meddle with the Empire, but I'm gonna do you one better. We are going to defeat the Empire, once and for all. But to do that, we can't afford to slip up here. Bear that in mind and prepare yourselves for the coming battle.
Fine. Excuse me? This has concerns and questions.
Here you are, Teach. Take a look at this. I found it in Rhea's room. It's addressed to you.
Did you look for Lulu on your own?
Well, I know it's not necessarily fair to Rhea, but there's no way I wasn't going to take a look. I thought I might find some valuable information, or even some treasures that could be useful for the coming war. In the end, all I found was that letter. I obviously couldn't read it before you did. Go ahead, I'm sick with curiosity.
Alright.
Dear child, I have little time, and so I will keep this brief. I asked you to take care of things should something happen, but I wish to make myself useful as well. I left a treasure at the Holy Tomb. Please take it. However, note that I set a bit of a trap to prevent thieves from stealing it. Please take ample precautions so that you are not harmed when you retrieve it. May Sothis protect you. Rhea.
Her handwriting is messy. She must have written it right before that battle 5 years ago. That treasure, if it belongs to Rhea, there's no doubt that it has great value. It would be bad if some thief managed to sneak off with it. Let's go and get it, Teach.
Sure.
Great. But there's a trap there that might injure us? Huh. Just to be safe, there's a friend I'd like to invite as well. After all, who knows what lies ahead?
There was a lot of things at work here. And I am frankly quite concerned.
There's something there. Are those the devices that Rhea warned us about? Those are the Phantoms, and some of them are giving orders. Let's target those first.
Oh, yep. Hello.
It won't be in vain.
I'll do my best. Let's make this quick. No time to slow down. That was amazing.
Guide me well. Leave it to me.
Punch you in the face.
You should have seen that coming.
Gotta try. Shall we? Too close for my liking.
At your service.
More fighting. My orders?
I'm your girl. I do this for all of us.
At the ready.
Level up.
Good.
Giant monsters. It would be best to take care of whoever's controlling them straight away.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm going to do. It's not for the fact that they want so far away and, I don't know, armored units.
I must lead them well.
I'm nobody's fool.
So reliable.
Here you.
For Gerald.
Dead. Well, it's one way to our progress, I guess. Kill it. Kill it dead. Level up.
More battles means more strength.
I must.
They may be phantoms, but they can still be harmed. Let's take out the other commanders.
All is going to plan.
Boom.
I'm not dying here. There's more.
Be careful.
Heal.
No chance. Gotta get.
Can't do much, so you'll just stay there.
Fought and won.
Fire! This could turn the tides. There is.
I do this for all of us.
Boom.
A nobleman does his duty.
I'm counting on you.
Abba!
Or die.
They're dead.
Those giant monsters can still move, but they seem much weaker now. We should be able to finish them.
Well, you know, just run away from them.
I must.
I can't.
Dun.
I'll make it.
Looks like we made it through the madhouse. So where's this treasure that Rhea mentioned? We finally found it. This must be the treasure? Let's get out of here and take a look.
Thank you so much.
Oh, good grief. Rhea's trap was more extensive than I expected.
You think?
Could something like that really be a result of sorcery alone? I don't understand the structure at all. It certainly wasn't made quickly.
Was it there from the beginning?
I think so. That trap may have been built into the Holy Tomb when it was first constructed. In which case, there might have been another purpose for building it, other than just as a saint's tomb. Now I have even more questions for Rhea. I hope we reunite with her soon. However, we now have a salvaged treasure. It might be something incredible. The church kept some of the legendary weapons that were blessed by the goddess. This isn't something one just stumbles across. Anyway, it was entrusted to you, Teach. Do what you will with it. My curiosity has been satisfied for the time being, so maybe I'll return to my responsibilities.
Sail sealed. Have monster damage, restores HP each turn. Do I want to have more magic range or? Oh well. Might as well have these cigarettes, because try that thing for as long as I have. There we go. Now I have my alternate Black Knight. Black Knight. Dark Knight. This ain't sounding like a Black Knight me. Good God. I just sit here at the table most fashionably. Suddenly I obtained this dark horse. Strange. Why, I also have a problem with doors. Come on. If I could just inch my way into here somehow. Just entirely. Come on, I know that may be possible. But regardless, somehow these doors have no collision after the open. Like right here is where it's fine, but everywhere else, questionable. Of course, this one's fine because it's up against the door. That one's up against the fence and the wall. This one, not so much. Ain't that great? And what's exactly outside my classroom? Ruins. Well, I mean, after all the time, we do get to see the finale of that arc, so let's hear him out.
Well met, Professor. I trust that you have not had any complaints about me lately.
Thankfully, no.
Good. For any trouble I may have caused, please accept my most humble apology. I've decided that it would be inappropriate for me to continue my search for a spouse while we are at war. I expect that means you will not be receiving any more complaints. I hope that puts you more at ease. Actually, the introspection I've gained setting aside my search has motivated me to amend my conduct.
And that was the best my past behavior?
Not the phrasing I'd choose, but you're not wrong. Selfishly pursuing my own desires caused me to behave inconsiderately. For instance, it was arrogant and rude to invite ladies to dine with me purely to evaluate them. Our experiences in battle have also given me cause to doubt certain preconceptions I once held. Previously, I had considered it a requirement for my future spouse to come from a noble line. I once thought that commoners lacked the power to influence the wider world, as history might suggest. To find a commoner who made a real impact, one has to look all the way back to Nemesis. That was my belief at any rate. But I realized that I've actually had an influential commoner right in front of me all along.
Who?
Don't you see? I'm referring to you. You may wield the power of a crest, but you are so much more than just that. You have managed to charm everyone around you, to compel them to trust and follow you. Though you may not realize it, that is no mean feat. It is altering the course of history in Fodlan. Your example puts my prior beliefs to shame.
It's something to be ashamed of.
I appreciate the kind words. I have always sought to embody the ideal of nobility. But now I know that bloodline alone is not sufficient to gauge a person's worth. I've learned much of this from you. You are humble and open-minded, Despite your power and skill, that is why I at least find you so charismatic. Perhaps that is the wrong way to say it. What I mean is that you set an admirable example. I can only hope someday to be your equal. Of course, you had better keep an eye on me, because I can achieve anything I set out to do. For I am none other than the handsome and talented Lawrence Hellman Gloucester.
Whoa, how's it all come to an end? Time to end the day!
Next time we have a fight like this, we should try to keep it away from the monastery.
Well, there are many factors to keep in mind. Huh. It's rare that you have an opinion on warfare.
I just don't want to deal with the mess. Cleaning up rubble isn't my idea of fun. Claude did such a wonderful job, don't you think? He really helped me out back there.
You didn't do so bad yourself. Wait, are you praising me so I'll do your work next time too?
I don't know what's funny, the fact that they go perfect and that's you. Kind of feel those excuse or what? I don't understand. Either one of those is very funny and I don't know which one I'm laughing at.
The Great Bridge of Murden is in sight. Beyond it, the Empire.
What do you know? There aren't bridges that big in Elmira, that's for sure.
How unsettling. There are bridges in the southern part of Ordelia territory, but nothing like this.
It's the most strategic location in that area to move a large army across the Aramid River. The Empire will want to hold on to it at all costs, so expect tough defenses.
Let's proceed with caution.
You're right. Their defenses are pretty impenetrable. Let's make our move carefully.
You're in command, Teach. Do whatever it takes to win. Well, other than sacrificing the lives of our allies for the sake of victory, try to avoid that.
It's fine, this is casual.
We're counting on you, my friend.
Sight set on the Imperial capital, the Alliance Army chooses to march through the territory of House Gloucester, supporters of the Empire. Under the command of Nardell, the retainer of House Regan, the defensive forces of Houses Regan and Daphne draw out the Gloucester troops. Thus, the Alliance Army can continue its march toward the Great Bridge of Murden and cross the Aramid River, which separates the Alliance and the Empire.
That symbol. It's an enemy raid. Stay calm and face them head-on. Send a messenger to Acheron immediately. If we're quick, we might be able to pull off a pincer attack.
They say the enemy general, Ladislava, is among Edelgard's most trusted. Let's see what she's got. Our goal is to take down Ladislava and gain control of the bridge. Let's go!
What's my strategy?
Hello, I've got to get you with fire!
Here is something to believe in!
Yeah!
It won't be in vain.
Also, I just love how I have the shield literally straight loading next to my arm. Next to my elbow. Because that makes perfect sense. Predictable. It's like I knew it would happen.
Acheron, now's the time to show your loyalty to the Empire.
I've got to make my name known to Her Majesty through distinguished service.
Acheron the Weathervane. He's of the Alliance. He's a minor noble who holds territory to the north of Murden. If he's going to support the Empire, no need to hold back. He's nothing but a nuisance, even to the Alliance.
As they say, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm not in for a beating, am I?
Yes, yes you are.
Don't have time for this!
She doesn't have time for this, get out of here!
We'll ally ourselves with the Imperial soldiers too.
Thanks for making your way here. Annihilate the enemy with the rest of them.
What's my strategy?
Try to gain the enemy's attention. I'm strong enough.
To repay Her Majesty's favor, I will not let you pass. Here's the plan.
I'm afraid you will be letting us pass. Hey, Obi, don't mind.
This is nothing.
What's my strategy?
I said, hope you don't mind.
Here is something to believe in.
Dead.
Lady Edelgard! I'm sorry.
I'm glad we defeated them here. I doubt they're an enemy we could win against twice. Well done, everyone. The Great Bridge of Myrden is ours.
I was prepared for bloodshed, but that was more than expected. I guess I'm still not used to this.
Even our enemies were fighting for their own cause. They held out without fleeing until the bitter end.
We must overcome this.
Yes, we can't afford to stall here.
Now it's on me to return to Alliance territory and convince those lords to join us. Lawrence, would you return home for the time being and lay the groundwork with your father?
Fine. After all, this is for the Alliance. Or rather, for all of Fodlan.
For those of you who live in Alliance territories, I ask that you return to your houses and spread the word about the current situation. Until we finish our preparations, Judith and the Knights will do everything in their power to defend the Great Bridge.
That's a casual way to dole out such a deadly mission, boy.
Do you object?
Just who do you think I am? I won't let the Empire pass this way, even if it costs me my life.
Too bad you're not allowed to die. Fight like your life depends on it, but flee if you're ever truly in danger.
A tall order, as always. I'll use my best discretion, Claude.
We have no objections either. Go forth and secure us a sufficiently powerful army.
I'll stay here too. The only ones I'd be going home to are my little sis and my grandpa.
Are you sure you don't want to see your sister? It may be a while before you can return home again.
But if I see her, I may not want to come back. So I'll wait till I'm done here.
What about me?
Actually, I'd like for you to come with me, Teach, to help negotiate with the lords. They're followers of the Church of Seros, after all. It'll make things easier if we have someone there to speak on Rhea's behalf. All right, everyone. Let's meet back at the monastery next month. Good luck out there.
Is that you, kiddo?
I have returned, Nardell.
Oh, Master Claude, it's you. I mistook you for one of the local children. My apologies.
It seems you have adjusted to your work here. Our recent strategy was successful, thanks to you.
I was a bit concerned when House Goneril's army intervened from the east.
Count Gloucester must have requested reinforcements from them.
Yes, and they have that young general who won some acclaim from his battles in Elmira. Regardless, they showed no signs of seriously wishing to attack us, and merely fulfilled their obligations to House Gloucester. Now then, who is this handsome fella?
This is my professor, who I asked to join me at the Roundtable Conference. Teach, this is Nardell, that retainer Judith was talking about.
Ah yes, the one we so brutally murdered and the other two out. Nice to meet you.
How polite. I've heard good things about you from Master Claude.
As you can see, he wasn't born in Fodlan. Still, trust me when I say he is highly capable.
True! In fact, my capability is my only redeeming quality. I hope you'll continue to look after Master Claude, Professor.
I will.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Great Tree Moon. Blood of the Eagle and Lion.
Well, I guess we're doing this again.
All of that went about as well as it could have. Each lord has agreed to provide us with soldiers and supplies.
I'm impressed you were able to convince all of those scattered nobles to help us. I thought they would quarrel about how much support they should each provide. That's what they usually do.
Well, Count Gloucester took the initiative in taking on responsibilities. I presume that was because you spoke with him in advance, Lawrence.
I merely explained the situation at hand. Then my father simply followed your lead, Claude. It was because you had the professor there to represent Lady Rhea. My father is a pious follower of the Church of Seros.
I don't doubt it. I wasn't under the delusion that it was my personal charm that unified everyone. Thanks for that, by the way. I hope you don't feel like I used you, because I sort of used you.
Don't mention it.
I appreciate that. We don't have time to be picky about our methods. But be honest, you're having a hard time adjusting to your new role, aren't you? You weren't even a follower of Seiros to begin with, and somehow you've ended up as a representative of the church. I realize that you might feel guilty about deceiving the believers for our cause. But this is just what the Archbishop wanted, and she's the highest authority in the church. Besides, as wielder of the Sword of the Creator, it's undeniable that you're special. I think you should be more confident in yourself and use your position to the fullest.
I have news. Our enemy is gathering troops at Fort Mercius. Their army is immense, likely led by a renowned general. Or perhaps even...
Going?
Well now, that would be interesting. If we can defeat the Emperor, then the Empire will collapse.
There's something else. An unidentified army has approached the Great Bridge of Myrden. They passed through the Daphne and Gloucester territories from the northwest with incredible speed. They're raising the banner of House Blathid. Perhaps they're the remnants of the Fargus royal family. From what we could tell, they posed no threat to the citizens of the Alliance, and so we refrained from engaging them in needless combat.
Maybe they hope to fight against the Empire to avenge their fallen prince. And what about the bridge itself?
Obviously, we wouldn't let them pass without receiving envoys first. We thought they may try to force their way through. We considered firing warning arrows, but they left immediately, heading east.
Are they intending to use one of the bridges in Ordelia territory?
Most likely. But the Imperial Army still controls those bridges. I can't imagine what they intend to do in the Empire, even if they do manage to break through.
I'm reluctant to ease up on our surveillance, but it would be difficult to track them there. For now, let's assume they're just troops belonging to the Old Kingdom. In any case, we should proceed with caution. Soon we'll be entering Empire territory ourselves. If our enemies are going to intercept us with an attack, it will probably be at Gronder Field. How fitting that it was the site of the Battle of the Eagle and Lion 5 years ago. My secret is hard work.
Okay, when did you get a white dragon?
Very interesting.
What interesting?
Oh, Teach. How long have you been there? Don't sneak up on me like that. You almost gave me a heart attack. Anyway, I'm reading the official biography of the Four Saints, as sanctioned by the Church. I know you're not very familiar with the teachings of Seiros, but even you must have read it at least once.
Maybe.
Huh. I'm amazed you managed to get a job teaching at an academy run by the Church. Well, whether you've read the biography or not, the Four Saints must at least ring a bell, right?
Yeah.
Well then, I've got a little quiz for you. Name the Four Saints, companions of the great Saint Seiros. I'll give you a hint. There was Keyhole, Sethline, Indek, and... who was the fourth one again?
Makua?
Correct. I was hoping you'd know that much, at least. In any case, you can learn some interesting things reading about the life and times of Saint Macuil. For instance, he was more skilled with his hands than his fellow saints, and even became an accomplished blacksmith. He used his skills to forge countless sacred weapons for the army of Seiros. Of course, he didn't just forge the weapons, he also used them in battle himself. Legends say his strength was second only to Seiros. It's even said that he played a big role in the Battle of Tailtean, where Seiros fought Nemesis, the King of Liberation who became the King of Evil. Macuil lost his life in that battle, and now his body rests in a coffin within the Holy Mausoleum. Or so one story goes. Another legend says he set off on a journey to find a new land, that he left Fodlan from the east, crossed the sea, and vanished. He must have left Alliance territory, but where exactly would he have set sail from, I wonder? Thinking about it reminds me of another interesting story concerning the Srang region. The peninsula is attached to the mainland of Fodlan and extends from the northeastern part of Kingdom territory. If you were to set sail from Margrave Edmund's territory, you could cut across a stretch of sea and land there. And it just so happens that in the Srang region, there are ruins built to worship a sacred beast that appeared from across the sea. If the ruins have something to do with Saint Macuil, there could be sacred weapons there. Oh, have I piqued your interest, or what?
Maybe a little.
You always have to play it cool, don't you? Just think of how useful it would be to have weapons like that. Not to mention that the peninsula would be pretty easy to get to about now, seeing as how Alliance territory has settled down a bit. We'd be there and back in no time. No one would even notice we were gone. Come on, Teach. let's go to the Srang region.
Sure.
I always see it through once I set my mind on something. Let's make the necessary preparations before I die of curiosity.
This is like months 4, and we're not even anywhere near the end, I think. We gotta do some. There must be something about those who stood in the dark that's probably dealt with on this route. There has to be. I'm not just leaving it out here in the blank, right? There must be something.
Well, come back.
There are the ruins. It looks like we're not gonna have the luxury of an excavation. Look, I bet those are the watchmen of the ruins, and that they've been ordered to keep out intruders. And that big beast? I hear they call it the Wind Caller.
Only by defeating me can you claim the secret treasure.
Ah, it speaks! What is it?
Huh? Who are you? I'm just here for a bit of treasure. Don't attack me!
Someone got here first. Must be a band of looters. We can't let them get the treasure. Guess their luck's about to run out.
More fighting.
Probably the man of it as media, yeah.
What's my strategy?
Shall we?
Guide me well.
I do this for all of us.
Boom.
My skills are rising to my status.
At your service.
At the ready.
Aye. 69 damage! I need to 270 with a freaking critical. Jeez, Claude!
For now. Let's make this quick. I'll do my best. I'm your girl.
Leave it to me.
My orders?
I'm that much closer to my goal. More.
You're not trying to take this treasure from me, are you? This is our chance.
What does he even have?
If I don't get this treasure back, the boss is gonna be really angry with me.
Now's our chance.
Huh? Are you looting too? Well, I'm not letting you have this treasure.
I didn't even realize there was more than one of them. Elixir. Pure water. Elixir. Where's the lance? And elixir. A rapier. Interesting. Ding.
I'll keep pushing.
couldn't restrain myself. This is my stage now. Feels like...
Whee!
It's done.
Hello, would you mind if I attacked you?
Those who stand before me, how long has it been? Hundreds of years, thousands. You have the stink of Sophis upon you. Let us find out whether you share her power.
Miss.
I'm strong. Everything I've done is...
Have a taste of my power.
What if I don't wanna? Miss.
I cannot.
I'm so...
More fighting.
I've got another option.
Boom.
I've got no time for mercy.
It's win or die.
Seems like fighting's all I do these days.
About all the options, just hear the matter.
You got yourself kicked.
I must...
Hello.
Allow me to demonstrate.
Allow me to demonstrate you Hadouken!
All is going to plan.
No, that's my treasure.
After all the trouble we went through to get this treasure, I'm not gonna let you get your hands on it.
I should never have become a thief.
I suck.
A treasure. I thought it would make me rich.
This'll take some strategy.
Yes.
I smell those detestable 10 elites. Who are you?
I'm the grandson of the grandson of the grandson of the elite reader. Now tell me who you are.
I am your family's enemy. If you carry the blood of the 10 elites, you cannot be permitted to live.
What do you mean by that? And what's that crest on your forehead?
No more talk. If you wish to survive, you must destroy me.
You can't see my mouth because it's covered by this fur coat. Here, Recipient. Well, I'm not a fan of finding out if things dangerously heavy. So I'm getting the heck out of Dodge.
I'm hurt, but I'm with you. I fought and won.
Hit you. Hit you.
Wait.
Have you died?
That's another one. Got it. Guess I need to know them.
I'm dead then.
Wretched children.
Whoosh!
Those thieves!
I didn't even kill you though! You're the ones to die to a giant freaking beast.
Our quarrel wasn't personal.
Die.
Will this ever end? Maybe it's better this way. This is critical.
Give a boost.
It's time.
You have had your fun. If you are going to flee, now is your chance. If you are not going to flee, I shall take your life as payment.
This could be crucial.
Give a boost.
Let's turn the tables.
My orders?
Let's make this quick.
Allow me.
In this situation...
Wait, what do you mean Lynn?
Let's make this quick.
Our power is yours.
Let's turn the tables.
Okay, what if I'm not gonna wait?
I do this for all of us.
I'm gonna make
Smart
you.
or I'm finished. I'm your girl.
Better to have you be safe than sorry.
At the ready.
We'll cover you.
Good time for a secret scheme.
Let's make this quick.
Boom.
At your service.
Jeez.
More battle.
For now.
What's my strategy?
Can we help?
Okay, let's try it.
We've got to try.
I'll use this power for...
More fighting.
Let us help.
In this situation...
Okay, now...
Leave it to me.
What do I do?
My orders?
Shall we?
I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
For now,
I'm hurt, but I'm with you.
Not that exactly. Nice.
more fighting. My orders? I do this for all of us.
Let's make this quick.
Freaking medial.
At your service. I'm your girl.
What's my strategy? Hold the grudge if you must.
Oh. Nice.
It stopped moving. Is it dead? No. It seems it's just sleeping. I thought we were supposed to be given the treasure, but... forget it. I'll just have a look around there. What about this thing? Huh. I'll think about it later.
So we didn't defeat it, we just put it back to sleep. Okay. Sure. If you want to think it like that. Okay.
Thanks for all your hard work, Teach. Sorry for dragging you along with me. I had no idea it would turn into a fight. But hey, at least we got some treasure out of it. I'll leave this in your capable hands. Do with it as you will.
Why don't we show it?
How would we do that? More importantly, I didn't go there looking for treasure. Not really. Legends about the saints abound. It's hard to tell fact from fiction. I like to confirm whatever I can with my own eyes to find the truth in those legends.
What did you find out?
Not a thing. We didn't find anything concrete to prove that Saint Macuil had been there. We can't say for certain that the treasure we found was Macuil's either. I do wish we could have spoken to that wind caller a bit more.
Could it have been Saint Macuil?
Unlikely. Macuil lived thousands of years ago, and I've never heard anything about the saints being monsters like that. Wait a minute. Could the wind caller have anything to do with the Immaculate One? The Immaculate One is a monster sent by the goddess. Could the wind caller be... Where was it that I heard that stuff about them having been sent by the goddess? Maybe I'm too tired. My head is heavy. I can't think straight anymore. Let's call it a day for now. I've got plenty of time to think this over.
Okay, sure. Sword of Belgata.